So we're gonna have to talk about Hollywood suffering releases again. I do not like talking about this because I think it is dumb to suffer releases around, especially if it can screw over a movie as well. I remember when we talked about when the Lego. I didn't talk about movie releases back then, but the Lego movie was delayed like 3 years, like a year or so, like years before the movie comes out. But Shrek 2, that's Shrek 2, Shrek 5 was always coming out in 2026, but they're releasing Shrek 5 to December of 2026, so they can have Minions released on that day instead, as well. Okay, so Shrek 2 was really always going to release in 2026, but what else is releasing against Shrek 5 and Minions? So what else is releasing against? Okay, let's look at Minions first. Okay, so Minions 3 is against Moana and Toy Story. Those are the big animated movies. Okay, Moana I think is a live action version, but the big animated movie against Minions is Toy Story. Okay, and what is competing against Shrek? Ice Age. I think Disney's gonna have to probably do a Ice Age at this point because there is no way Ice Age is gonna compete with Shrek. Okay, and there was a possibility of both movies can exist, but Shrek is much more popular than Ice Age. I think Ice Age is gonna probably be delayed till 2027. Okay, in 2027 you don't have many movies coming out. You have Batman and Sonic 4, and Avengers, and that's it, and a bunch of untitled movies, and also Frozen 3 as well, but mostly untitled movies or movies that have no titles or no release dates, but they're coming towards 2027. So October, December, I know we're just in the beginning of 2025, but we're talking about Shrek 5 here. So Shrek 5 is competing with Ice Age 6, which will probably destroy because Ice Age is one of those IPs that has been ran to the ground, oversaturated, overdone, okay? A lot of people didn't like Ice Age 5, a lot of people didn't like Buck Wild, and it's just, you're not going to save this IP, Disney, okay? I know Disney saw how successful the second and third and even fourth movies were, but it's not the 2010s anymore. Ice Age is not this huge franchise it once was. Jumanji will probably be very successful, as well, which means this is the third movie in the new Jumanji series. Again, the first Jumanji movie was pretty successful, but it was a product of its time, but the newer Jumanji movie is successful. But the problem is, a lot of people, I don't know if the whole Jack Black thing has blown over or not, but Jack Black is gonna probably still be in this movie, which might actually hurt this movie's box office. But again, Will Smith being in Bad Boys for Life, and remember all the whole Oscar slap thing, Will Smith did affect that movie's box office too much. It actually was one of the highest grossing in the franchise as well. It was actually very successful. I think the Jumanji 3 will be very successful as well. Releasing on December 11th, but they are, of course, going for the holiday release date. And the problem is there's 3 movies that are intended for family audiences releasing against each other. Again, 2024 showed that it is possible. You had 4 movies. And also, you'll probably have whatever Disney releases on. And, oh my god, Lionsgate only make another Hunger Games movie. Again. But yeah, whatever Disney's releasing, unless it's a pile of shit, Disney is probably going to be also having their movie compete with themselves and with Universal and Jumanji. Okay? Dune Messiah will probably do well with older audiences. It's releasing exactly on Christmas. Okay? It will do very well amongst older audiences. And of course, there's tons of movies with no release dates. We're not going to talk about those movies at all. They don't really count. But yeah, that's about Shrek 5 and Minions. Minions will do well. Minions did well against Inside Out. Despicable Me 4. I think if it wasn't for Inside Out 2 being such a surprise success, Despicable Me 4 would hit $1 billion. Okay? Very, very, very likely. Okay? We'll have to see how Toy Story 4 does. Not Toy Story. Toy Story 5 does. As well, and all the other movies like Supergirl and stuff. But yep, that's what this video here. Goodbye.